Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Shafi, and today in this video we from PCG Environment 3, also known as the A team, are going to talk about bike powered energy movement. What is bike powered energy movement? Well, bike powered energy movement is a project that we are planning on replacing the current gym bikes in the IIUM gyms with dynamo equipped gym bikes. Obviously the purpose is to generate electricity, but before we get in depth, we'll have to look at the current situation of the industry. Currently, 70% of electricity worldwide is being supplied by petroleum products. And as you can see, everything's running fine. The lights are running, the TV is on, everything's fine. So why fix something that ain't broke? Well, it is broke. It is actually affecting our environment really bad. Let's get into it. Well, the current method of producing electricity from petroleum is to burn it. And burning it would release a lot of carbon dioxide and some greenhouse gases. Well, it may not seem like much, but these gases can actually cause major issues that we actually see today, such as global warming and acid rains and so on. A lot of the problems that we face today is caused mainly by this thing. So secondly, petroleum is also a finite resources, which means it is going to finish. Of course, we are finding more and more reservoirs and we are drilling it, and we are managing to drilling it faster and more efficiently, but we are also using it more and more, and it is not there will come a time where we will run out of petroleum and it's going to be bad. Thirdly, the fluids are actually very volatile. It burns and it's very viscous, so we still need to transport it to wherever we need to get it to before we can actually burn it and change it to electrical energy. So there had been many accidents that had been recorded. According to Business Insider, from 2010 to 2016, 34 million liters of petroleum have spilled. So now that we've looked into the petroleum way of producing electricity, now we'll look into the objectives of this project. Well, mainly this project is meant to reduce pollution in the atmosphere, obviously by straying away from the petroleum method where we burn the petrol. This is much safer because we are actually producing electricity from wasted mechanical energy when we pedal. Secondly, it is an indefinite source of energy. Well, as you can see, as long as someone pedals the cycle, the energy will be created. Of course, given not people won't be cycling at all times, and even when they do, it's not that high. We'll come to that. Thirdly, it is safe and easy to move it. The transportation is very simple. All you need is cables. You won't have this spilling and accidents. Currently, the project is meant to be done in the IIUM gyms only. Yes, it is a very small scale project, and the function is to actually analyze the data and understand whether this is actually a viable solution, and if so, how can we implement it better, and if not, what other alternatives do we have. But first we have to carry out the experiment, and this is the project for it. The duration of the project is estimated to be 10 days. We are planning on starting it on the 1st of April and it will end on the 10th of April. Of course, this duration does not include the analysis of the data. This is only for setting up all the equipments and everything. The budget of the experiment is estimated to be 3,848 ringgit 50 cents, which is affordable, and it can be collected by us. It is not such a big amount as expected, as we are actually doing it in a very small scale. And the accomplishments that we're going to get from this project, well, we are going to accomplish the 7th SDG, affordable and clean energy. How do we do this? By reducing our dependency on petroleum. Well, this is actually not going to be a solution for the entire thing, because as I said earlier, petroleum supplies 70% of electricity in the world, and it is nearly impossible for us to achieve that goal by only using this method. But with this method, we are only trying to reduce the impact we have on Earth and prolong so that we can find a better solution. The project will be made up of 5 members: Muhammad Arifiy Aiman bin Muhammad, Muhammad Ahmad Shafi bin Hisham, Farahin binti Muhammad Zain, Muhammad Adam Haikal bin Hairun Nizam, and Muhammad Hanif Nazmi bin Muhammad Yunus. And the next part will be presented by my teammates, and hope you enjoy it. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Adam Haikal bin Hairun Nizam, and my metric number is 2113841. So now I would like to continue the proposal regarding the engineering principle that will be applied in this project, which is called the bike powered energy movement. Firstly, we need to prepare all the items required for this model, such as the bicycle, drive belt, stand, rechargeable acid battery, electric motor, voltage regulator, diodes, and inverter. So basically, this project will be using the concept of generating electricity in which user provides the energy input to the bicycle. So it will be start with installation of the stand to the both front and back tires of the bicycle to make sure it is unmovable and safe for the usage of the rider. Next, we will use the drive belt, which will transmit the power from the pedal to the wheel. Together with the electric motor, we will be combining it to convert, which is the function is to convert the electrical and kinetic energy to mechanical energy, and install it at the back part of the bicycle. So then, the diode is also installed to ensure that the flows of current can only in one direction from the DC motor to the battery. The voltage regulator is used because of the battery can only accept a specific amount of voltage and prevent this battery from overheated and overcharged. So lastly, an inverter will be applied to convert the DC current to AC current, so it can be used for the household usage, such as the charge of electrical appliances. So I would like to pass this proposal to my friend for the next part. That's all from me. Thank you.
Sustainability statement. Okay, so before I start, my name is Muhammad Hanif Nazmi bin Muhammad Yunus. My matric number is 2116447. So this now I will explain about sustainability statement. So our bike project has the potential to last for more than 3 years. The project, which will generate additional electricity that will be stored in a battery. So after the electricity has full inside the battery, it will be kept by the university administration for emergency use, such as floods or power outage. So if the university believes the project is useful and can be used in long run, so they can continue this project, but not under us, because many person can ride bicycle, which is common. It is good investment for the institution. If we're lucky enough, IIUM could be the first educational institution to own an ecologically friendly gym with the potential to be featured on any television news. So maybe with this project, they will attract the media attention, and thus will popularize this project more. So, but as everything in this world will have problem, so that our project. But our main problem is maybe the diode, because it can break in short period of time. But the problem can be solved because diode usually are found not too pricey, and it can get anywhere. We can get it on any store that sell electrical things. If we too hot or there are some problems with transport, we can borrow some diode from the Kuliah Engineering's workshop. Except for the diode, every other component is sturdy and will last for more than 3 years if we or the university management properly take care of the items. As a result, it is not bad to invest in this project because the possibility to the project to success is high and your money will not be wasted like that. So now I will talk about Islamic perspective that we can gain from this project. This project has the potential to make the university become more energy efficient, thus lowering the cost of paying the power bill. But if we need to use this energy, we cannot waste this energy because people have spending too much time to gather this energy. This corresponds to Allah's command in the Quran, which translates as eat of its fruits when it yields, and give its due on the day of its harvest, and do not waste. Do not waste. I bold to send the phrase there, and he does not love the wasteful. Second phrase that the second word that I highlight. Surah number 6 in Quran, verse 141. So what can we deduce, or what can we get from the verse above is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala despise any person or any individual who like to waste. Doesn't mean not only he wastes food, it only means that Allah hate person who wastes energy also. CEO of environmental company Salman Zafar said, Holy Quran and Sunnah constitute a guiding light for encouraging sustainable development in Islamic countries and around the world. Allah commands humans to desist from producing havoc and wasting resources, as both of these behaviors can harm the environment. Humanity was given the right to use natural resources on a guardianship basis, which means the right to use another person's property on the condition that it will not be damaged or destroyed. This illustrates that as Muslims and the citizens of this great earth, our roles and obligations are clear, which is not to waste.
Next up, we will look into location. This project will take place at the female gym and the male gym at IIUM campus in GOMBAK. We choose IIUM because we believe it is the most strategic location to do a science project, especially when our project is centered around sustainable development goals. Moreover, all of our group members live on campus, hence we do not require transportations. Then, for the schedule of activities, it is estimated that we take 10 days to complete the project before it can be fully operational. The date that we pick is from the 1st of April until the 10th of April. This project is not time-consuming as we have 5 smart, reliable and hardworking group members who will participate in building 10 bike-powered energy movements. Our schedule is very flexible. We will start working on our project right after we finish our last class of the day and spend the weekend finishing it. On the first 5 days, we expect to develop 5 bike-powered energy movements at the female gym, followed by another 5 bike-powered energy movements at the male gym on the remaining 5 days. As a result, we will have 10 completely operational bike-powered energy movements by 11th of April 2022. Now, let us look into the most significant part of this project, which is regarding finance. The proposed budget is estimated to be around 3,848 ringgit and 50 cents. Let me tell you why we need such amount of money. There are 8 important components that must be purchased in order to build the bikes. Firstly is the main component, which is the bicycle. Then bicycle costs 253 ringgit. Secondly is the drive belt. The drive belt costs around 178 ringgit and 10 cents. This drive belt is important to transmit power from the pedals to the wheels. Simply, it acts as a connector. Thirdly is bicycle stand. It costs around 147 ringgit and 40 cents. The stand is to make sure that the bicycles won't be moving when people are riding it. Yet, if we can get creative, we may be able to build our own stand from scratch. Fourthly is rechargeable acid battery. The battery costs 340 ringgit. It is used to store electricity produced by the motor. Fifth is a 12 DC electric motor. Electric motor costs 161 ringgit and 10 cents. It is used to convert electrical energy or kinetic energy into mechanical energy. Sixth is the voltage regulator. The voltage regulator is very cheap, yet holds a vital role in this project. It costs 10 ringgit only for 10 units. The voltage regulator is important because it will prevent corroding the battery, hence making sure that the battery will not be overheated or overcharged. It allows users to pedal as hard as they want without worrying overcharging the battery. Seventh is the diode. It only costs 2 ringgit per 10 units. It keeps electricity flowing in one way, which in this case from the motor to the battery. Lastly is the inverter. The inverter costs 480 ringgit. The inverter is used to convert DC current to AC current so it can power regular household appliances such as phones, laptops, power banks, and even a blender. Now that we know the expenditure, how can we get that amount of money? Worry not, we found 3 sources of incomes and 1 way to increase manpower. The 3 sources of incomes are crowdfunding, sponsorship, and donations. For crowdfunding, our team will create an Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter account 2 months prior to our project launch. These accounts will serve as an educational tool to encourage students, parents, as well as lecturers to contribute to our project by depositing funds into our team's bank account. Secondly, we will seek sponsorship from the NGOs, namely the Centre for Environment, Technology and Development Malaysia, the Global Environment Centre, the Sustainable Development Network Malaysia, and Sahabat Alam Malaysia. Thirdly, we will ask students to donate unused bicycles, DC motors, car inverters, crocodile clips, bicycle stands, and ask them to lend a toolbox if they have any. Lastly, we will propose a joint venture with the IIUM Sports Complex Department and SRC IIUM Commit. We will ask them for human power and advices on how to supervise the situation at the gym after our project is being launched. Personally, I think that the proposed budget is very detailed, affordable, and worthy for a greater cause. Every cent will go straight for the bikes. If there are extra money, it will act as backup for maintenance if some of the components suddenly malfunction, or it will be given to charity. Next, let us look into the expected impacts of the project.
My name is Muhammad Arifiy Aiman, and I'm going to talk about the impact and summary of this project. The impact of this project is divided by 2, which is economic and social. First, the economic impact. The impact is reduce the usage of electricity generated from consuming the fossil fuel. We know fossil fuel is very dangerous and unsustainable energy, which is harmful for wildlife and human life. Fossil fuel power plant contribute to many pollution, such as acid rain and global warming. We aim for that this project can reduce the cost operation of this fossil fuel company so that we can reduce the pollution. Next, reduce the money consumption from using the electricity supplied by Tenaga Nasional Berhad, TNB. we in Malaysia mainly use electricity supplied by this company. We aim for this project to generate our own sustainable energy and electricity so that we can reduce the cost of the bill that we depend on this company, and it also reduce the dependency of using electricity from this company. Next, improve the infrastructure of the university using the accumulated money from declining bill payment. As the bill payment has become lower and lower, we can save more and more money. So the money we accumulated can be used to improve our infrastructure of our university. So we can have a comfortable and convenient environment to study in our university. Next is social impact. We encourage people to start taking care of their health and improve their lifestyle. We introduce this project to the people in the gym because our fundamental of this project is from the exercise bike, and if we introduce this project to them, they will feel familiar because the exercise bike is common in every gym. Next, promoting exercise as a method to generate energy. As they use our product, it's just the same as they exercising. And when they go out and of the gym, they will spread the news that we create our product to generate renewable energy at the same time do exercising. Hence, this will make people more interested in our product and more people will come and support us. Next, expand the fitness culture to form a healthy community. As more and more people come to support our product, they will, of course, they will feel satisfied. And when they satisfied, they will come daily. They will use it regularly. And then, when they use it regularly, of course, they will become more healthy and more fit. Hence, this will create a healthy community in our IIUM University. For the conclusion, to put it briefly, this project development designed to improve the sustainability of environment and nature. We expected this project to improve the world condition, and more people will gain awareness and realization of their own surrounding, and they will tickle their heart to taking care of the environment and think for themselves that what is good for environment and nature. This project also use sustainable and renewable energy as it's fundamental to reduce the usage of unsustainable energy such as fossil fuels and natural gases. This will help reduce the possibility of generating any kind of pollution. Furthermore, if this project becomes very successful, it is possible that we can avoid any kind of pollution and reduce the usage of a renewable energy. This project focus on to the lifestyle of people in IIUM community. It encourage people to focus on two goals, which is having a healthy body, having a healthy lifestyle, and also generate the renewable energy to create electricity so that we can reduce pollution from using the unrenewable energy and unsustainable energy. It, like literally hitting two birds with one stone. And that's it for our project presentation. I'm gonna end it with wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.